What's up, everybody? For those that don't know, my name is Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. Now, I'm just, I'm just a hustler on a mission. I'm not, you know what I'm saying. I've been trying to build a life, trying to have a life, trying to live my life. The reason I say that is because most of my life I feel, I spent just surviving. I wasn't out living life. I was just surviving. You know what I mean? I from juvenile when you know what I'm saying, when you're a kid, you go through, you know what I'm saying, becoming a man. I don't, you know what I'm saying, I grew up in a dysfunctional family. So my family was a little bit different. Pops put me out when I was 13 on the streets. I ended up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, the homeboy put me in a dope house and had me selling the sack. So from that, you know what I'm saying, by the time I was 14, I had my own apartment. I was selling crack and living, but I was a neighborhood crip now, and those were the people who, you know what I'm saying, that it was a community. It wasn't just the homies; it was the whole community. It was people in the community who took me in, you know, and it's a trip because I remember the first time, ever seeing somebody, smoke, and it was ether basing at first, and they was trying to give me some, and I was like, nah, it was a female. She was trying to give me some. I was like, nah, I'm cool, I'm cool, I'm cool. And you know what I'm saying, I was trying to, take all her weed. I kept rolling up joints and putting them in my pocket when she wasn't paying attention. But like I said, I'm grimy. I'm a hustler. I ain't, I ain't with being broke. So I'm trying to get it. And at the time, I didn't have it. So yeah, but it went from there, you know what I mean, to everybody on the corner, running up the cars. And that's the thing. Back in the day in the hood, when everybody was on a certain street, they know what street I'm talking about. uh Savano. But on Savano, you know what I'm saying, everybody used to be would just run up to a car. It'd be like five, six people running up to your car with their hand and trying to stick dope in the car just to show you, look, my shit is bigger than his. And it was just to get a sale, and that's the way it was because everybody's trying to get that sale. You know what I mean? And it it don't belong to one person, whoever. So that's the way it was. I couldn't do that. I'm standing there on the block in the hood. The crackheads ain't coming to me to buy no dope in the hood. I'm the only white boy out there. First of all, they tweaking so they think I'm the police already. So I can't get no sales. I can't make no sales. I can't, it's getting hard on the yard. So I learned quick, all right, you got to find a way to make this work. So then it just started where, look, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to give you this sack and you take it and bring it back. And, I get mine like that. But now I had to make better deals on the back end. So I had to find a connect, or close to him to get the best deal I could, in order because I'm doing double up. So I'm not doing rock for rock. I'm gonna give you two rocks here for this one. And that's the thing, I'm saying, when you're doing it like that, I got the crackheads bringing sales to me so that they can chip one off and take one, So I had certain crackheads that worked for me, and they would bring all, they would bring the business. I didn't have to run up the cars. I sat in the cut on the homie steps. You know what I mean? Up at the top of Savano with my little headphones on. You know what I mean? I could see the police coming. I'm inside the fence in the bushes. You know what I mean? Not in the bushes, but on the steps. That's by sawed off house. And I'm right there on those steps in the cut, waiting. You know what I mean? I see the police coming up the street, see the police coming down the street. I'm right here. But it was a cool little in the cut spot, and I was able to get, get what I needed to get me where I needed to be. Because that's the thing. If people talking about gangbanging, gangbangers uh, aren't out there just to hustle. Gangbangers are out there gangbanging. So you got the gangbangers that are hustlers, then you got the gangbangers that are pretty boys that bring all the girls around. You got homeboys that are good with cars, that steal cars. You got homies that are good to do this. You got homies. Everybody plays their own part. You just got to do your part. And I do the best of my part because it's only one snow. Oh yeah. So let me shrink my big ass head down. I know I get big headed sometimes. Nah, but you know the hood back in the day was the place to be. You know, I remember 41st and Broadway. I grew up on Broadway, and at first I lived on C Street. Then I moved one block back, and that's Broadway. So I lived right there ever since I was little. And then it was like, you know, that's home. You know what I mean? You know, and now you go over there, it ain't even the same no more. It's like a ghost town. It's a trip, you know what I mean? You know, because there's so much stuff has changed and trees and where it was canyon, they done built houses and apartments and you know, everywhere where like a park, you know, 41 Park, it's not the same. 41 Park used to be different. It used to be a community garden. And then that's when Jackrabbit Hill, when Costco was a canyon. That was all Jackrabbit Hill. Man, it got old. It got old. Yeah, but San Diego, you gotta love San Diego, man, because it's even though it's changing and it's changing. I think they're trying to get us all up out of here. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's almost time for me to go. I love San Diego, man, but they make it hard. They make everything hard out here. You know what I mean? I always said you got to pay for the weather, but I used to make fun of my sister because she left. She's in Washington now, Washington State, and she's telling me, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's Christmas time. We got this many inches of snow. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I go outside, put the top down on the convertible, put my little snow hat, my little my little Christmas hat on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's 70 degrees. It's Christmas. You can't beat this. You know, you gotta love San Diego, man. I love San Diego. All right, everybody. So check this out. If you want something different, you got to do something different. If you want something to change, you got to do something different. Do something different. I guarantee you, something will change. I've done things differently. Things have changed. Things continue to change. You have to continue working on yourself always. Continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to prosper. Forward progress at all times. Just keep pushing. Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop. That's what I do. That's how I get through life. It's working. Hey, so if you like what you've seen today, hit me with a subscribe, hit me with a like. Don't share this to somebody. Somebody might need to hear this, man. All right, y'all stay safe.